The signs of success is the hate that you get along the way, right? The most important lesson that Bodygame taught me is that hate is inevitable, right? Because if you become successful at anything in life, if you want to become like the GOAT or like do anything great, you're going to have hate. That just rhymed. Bars. You know what I'm saying? Like, one thing you got to realize is that one thing I realized on Bodygame is that people are going to hate you, right? People are going to hate you when you start to elevate at certain things, right? When people start to see you elevate on your fitness journey, this may be other guys, maybe even women, like they'll hate on you because you become a reflection of what they couldn't do, right? Because the thing about Bodygame is that, like I'm always talking about, it's a commodity, right? Not many people are actually doing this, right? And when they see that you have the grit, they see you have like the determination, the discipline to do it, the very thing that they lack, they start to envy that, right? See, I always say that haters and supporters are two sides of the same coin, right? The only difference between the haters and the supporters is that the haters are just confused. They don't really know how to show love, right? Right? They feel the same thing as the supporters, because supporters, they acknowledge you're doing things. They acknowledge that, you're doing great things. Haters acknowledge it too. It's just that haters are so wrapped up in their own insecurities. They're so confused that they don't know what else to do but to hate, right? And, by the way, on a little side note here, if you want to build a physique that never bores the audience and commands attention, hit the link in the description. I'm the guy for that, and we'll see if it makes sense to work together, right? A little shameless plug for those of you guys that need it, right? Make sure you like this video and subscribe while you're at it. If you haven't subscribed yet, that's crazy work. But like I was saying, the perfect example of this, like Bodygame and people hating on you because they see the results that you're getting. Like, I recently watched the Superman movie, and for those of you guys, maybe you're a DC fan, you can relate. But in the movie, Lex hates Superman, right? He hates Superman because Superman is a reflection of his insecurities, because Superman is a Kryptonian. He's an alien. He's an all-powerful being, right? And he basically reflects how weak humans are in comparison to him. And Lex hates him for that. Lex hates him because Superman exposes Lex's insecurities right in front of him. So that's why he does everything in his power to annihilate him, right? And this is the same with Bodygame, because it's like, when you get jacked and you build a physique that commands attention and never bores the audience, when you finally like recreate yourself into a man that holds himself to a higher standard and you look the part, like you actually look jacked, a lot of guys are going to hate on you for that because you expose an insecurity in them. You basically remind them of their weaknesses, right? You remind them of the fact that they're not disciplined enough to do it. You remind them of the fact that, that they didn't reach their goals. You basically are at the top of their mountain, and then they start to hate on you for it, right? And what you have to understand is, like Superman in the movie, the price of being the hero is you're going to have villains. The price of being the GOAT is you're going to have haters. Anybody who's ever done anything in their life has haters. All the GOATs, all the people who've done great things, all the heroes, they all have haters, villains. And that's the price you got to pay. The price for being successful, the price for reaching for success, the price for doing anything worthwhile is you're going to have hate, right? There's no way you can escape it. So when you're about to hop on your fitness journey, you have to expect the hate. You have to anticipate it, because you can't do great things in life without hate. Even on this whole YouTube journey, I'm getting hate, bro. Like, people hate on the comments and stuff like that. And there's also, I also have people who support me in the comments, right? Some of you guys are haters, right? And some of you guys are supporters. And I have to accept that, because it's one of those things where it's like, if I'm doing something right, I'm gonna have haters, and I have to accept that, right? The fact that I'm even getting hate in the comments is a sign that I'm doing something right. It's a sign that I'm actually pushing the envelope. It's the prerequisite for success. It's a sign that I'm going in the right direction, right? Because I'm rubbing people the wrong way. Because the truth about the haters is that the haters are also my supporters too. Like, those of you guys that hate on me, you are also my supporter, because you see something in me that sparks an insecurity within you to make you want to support me, right? Well, hate on me, but like, you're confused, so that you're just showing hate, right? Because you know I'm him, I'm that guy, I got something, right? So it's like, you're like Lex, he's like, man, like Superman, he makes us human race look so inferior to him, like, I gotta take him out, right? And that's the price that you gotta pay when you're a hero, when you're, on that hero's journey, when you're on the path to success, when your path to recreating yourself, when you're on the path to building a physique that commands attention, never bores the audience, that you're going to have villains. You're going to have people who hate on you, right? That's just the way it goes. But, and even though sometimes the haters, they might be really loud and and it seems like and it seems overwhelming at times. You just got to understand that there's people that are out there that see you. They know you're him. They support you. But most importantly, you got to understand that it means you're doing something right. And that's why I always say in my videos, there's nothing enlightening about playing small, because there's nothing enlightening about playing small so other people don't feel insecure around you, right? There's nothing enlightening about dimming your own light so that other people can feel comfortable, so that other people can, not feel insecure about themselves when they're around you. There's nothing enlightening about that, right? In fact, you actually do a disservice. You dimming your own light and not reaching your full potential doesn't do anything for anybody, because then people can't get inspired off that and people can't strive for anything because they have nothing to look up to, right? And I think we're all put here to inspire each other in one way or another, right? So that's why you have to be the best version of yourself, because there's someone out there who's watching you who might need that extra push, that might just need that example, the blueprint, that blueprint of what they wish they could be, right? They might see you and they might get inspired off that. You might be the key to changing someone's life, but imagine you're not able to change someone's life because you're worried about upsetting the haters. You're worried about upsetting the villains. You're worried about upsetting people and pushing people the wrong way, right? There's nothing enlightening about that. You actually do a disservice. And in time, hopefully those haters, some of them, they actually come around and they realize, man, you know what? I was hating. Maybe I should get in the gym. Maybe I should better myself. Maybe I shouldn't hate on this guy. Maybe I should use this as an example to actually, self-improve myself. And maybe I should stop hating on people and actually put in the work and do things in my life, right? And yeah, man, that's pretty much all I really had to say for today, man. Like, TLDR is the haters, they're going to hate on you, right? No matter who you are, you're going to have villains. You're going to have enemies if you're going to do anything great in this life. If you're going to do anything that you excel at, you're going to have hate, and you have to accept that. You have to become one with it. It's a constant companion that you have to accept. And honestly, this video is more for me than it is you, right? Cause, on this journey, I get a lot of hate, right? As I start to level up, I notice I'm getting a lot of hate, but I have to understand it's a part of the process. You have to accept it. No matter what you do, you're going to have people hate on you, right? Even if you don't do anything in life, there's probably going to be some guy who's going to hate on you. Like, you don't do anything with life. He's going to hate on you, right? So you got to just accept it. Make sure you send this to someone who really needs to hear it. Make sure you book that one-on-one coaching call if you want to build a physique that commands attention and never bores the audience. And remember, like I'm always saying, the most important thing I always say is there's nothing enlightening about playing small. I'm going to catch y'all next video. See ya.